If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Breaking news as we come on the air tonight. Within the last hour, a jury in Tampa found Alicia Andrews guilty of manslaughter in the deadly shooting of Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio. The jury reached the verdict after spending hours deliberating tonight. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Chris Hurst is live at the Hillsborough County Courthouse tonight. And Chris, the jury handed down the lesser charge.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. Alicia Andrews had been charged with first-degree murder, but the jury had the option of convicting her of a lesser offense still related to the homicide of Julio Foolio. They did that, convicting her of manslaughter, finding her not guilty of conspiracy to kill Julio Foolio. The verdict was announced at about 10:30, so just about a half an hour ago. The jury deliberated for about 4 hours. The judge asked them around the 10 o'clock hour, do you want to stay and keep going, or maybe come back someday next week and continue deliberations? They all said they wanted to go back, get this figured out, get this finished, and we do have this verdict in the first of what will be many cases in the murder of Julio Foolio. It comes after Alicia Andrews testified this morning. There were closing arguments this afternoon. Now, during closing arguments, prosecutors told the jury Andrews helped plan the trip from Jacksonville to Tampa with her co-defendants, and she helped them stalk and hunt down Julio Foolio. They also pointed to her interview with police, saying she lied and covered for her boyfriend, one of the accused gunmen. The defense contended she had no idea about the plan, and Andrews testified she was, and still is, scared of her boyfriend and the ongoing gang war at the root of the murder. In the end, the jury made its decision.
We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1. The defendant is guilty of manslaughter, a lesser included offense.
Now, the judge has sent a date for sentencing for December 8th. As we've said before, Andrews is just one of 5 charged in connection to the death of Julio Foolio. That happened last year in Hillsborough County. Live in Tampa, Chris Hurst, 10 Tampa Bay News.
Now, before I get into this demonstration, allow me to say something real quick. Y'all gotta excuse me, right? I gotta talk to the football fans just for a quick moment. Now, I know my Minnesota Vikings, all the Skull gang. I know y'all saying like, Hood, what is you doing with this Green Bay Packers demo on? Right? Well, look, let me just explain something to y'all real quick. Me and the Minnesota Vikings we're having a domestic dispute right now. And, they ain't been treating me right. They don't come home at night. When I call them, they don't pick up the phone. I text them, they take a whole day to respond back, and then when they talk disrespectful to me, they're not intimate, they ain't, caressing me, hugging me, showing me no type of love or none of that. And hey, look, I done had it with them. So now I'm down with these guys right here. I done found me a new, let me quit. Let me quit playing. Let me, come on now. Y'all know it's still Skull Gang on mine. Y'all know this Minnesota Vikings are nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But they ain't been acting right. So, look, I'm messing with them Green Bay boys. But don't even trip, though. Because Chicago, I got to go get me some of that Chicago Bear gear, too. Detroit, come on now. It wouldn't be right if I ain't getting no Detroit gear. So Minnesota Vikings fans, y'all calm down. I'm still rolling with the Vikings, but at the same time, they ain't acting right this year. And hopefully I can wear some of these other teams, and then maybe they'll get their act together. Now let's get into this demonstration. Before I proceed, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like. I'm talking about like your life depend on it, right? Now, I'm talking about, did y'all see the look on her face? Y'all remember when this thing started, all that smiling, giggling, and thinking that this was a joke and all that? And now she done got found guilty. She upset, highly upset. I'm talking about, y'all see that look? I'm talking about she looking mad. She wanted to cuss the jury out. She probably wanted to cuss the judge out. I know she want to cuss her lawyers out because they've been lying to her the whole time. You ain't do nothing. No, we gonna get you found not guilty. We gonna get you turned loose. You see? No. You leaving today soon as no, you not. No, you are not leaving. and you finna go do some time. And look, allow me to say this right here, because a lot of people are under the impression that, hey, you know, she got found guilty of manslaughter. Her maximum penalty is 15 years, which is absolutely true. However, people are not accounting for the gun. You see? Now, one thing we got to understand, according to Florida law, if you commit certain crimes with a firearm, that enhances your sentence. Check it out. Key penalties. Felony classification. While generally manslaughter is typically a second-degree felony, the use of a firearm reclassifies the offense to a first-degree felony. In Florida, manslaughter committed with a firearm is a first-degree felony, punishable by up to 30 years in state prison, up to 30 years of probation, and a fine up to $10,000. Maximum sentence up to 30 years in prison. Mandatory minimums, and what they mean by mandatory minimums is that there's no way around that. You can't go no lower than this sentence. That's what they mean by mandatory minimums. Now let's continue on. There is a potential mandatory minimum sentence of 11 and a half years in state prison, though this can vary based on specific sentencing guidelines and the judge's discretion. Let's all say it at the same time. Was Julio shot with a gun? Yeah. Was Julio shot multiple times with a gun? Yeah. And being that they just found her guilty of manslaughter and he was killed with a gun? Yeah. She possibly looking at 30 years minimum. 11 and a half years minimum? Yeah, no, you ain't going nowhere, young lady. No, you are not going nowhere. You know, a large amount of your life, your young life, is finna be taken from you. And not only that, when you get out of prison, you gonna have parole. And according to what they saying, they can give you 15 years of parole too. No, it's not finna be an easy road. Young life ruined. All because of what? She want to hang around gangsters. She want to be around gangsters. Now, I know a lot of brothers, some of the hood educated residents, possibly, right? That are still living that life. I mean, you would say, hey, hood, she kept it solid. You know, she ain't tell on nobody. And if I was living that street life, I would say the same thing. I'd say, man, she held it down. She ain't tell on her boyfriend. I mean, directly. She indirectly told on them, though. Let's be 100. Because when she on that stand saying that she ain't know what they was going to do, and when she put them there at the scene of the crime and all that, she is indirectly snitching on them. But she didn't come straight out and say, hey, look, my boyfriend Ghetto and his friends are the ones that killed Julio Foolio. Right? So to hood people, to street niggas, that right there is keeping it solid. I'm happy I don't live that lifestyle no more. I'm happy that type of thinking right there is not my best thinking. Because anytime that you think or you entertain in your mind that somebody going to prison is keeping it solid, somebody going to prison for a large amount of time out their life is keeping it solid, that's a good thing. How do you turn something negative like that into something positive? But see, that's what gangsters do. They gotta do that. And the reason why they gotta do stuff like that and manipulate their own mind like that It's because that right there allows them to continue on that road to destruction. Because, hey, look, check this out. She just, oh, man, she only got 10, man. She can. Only? Listen, let me tell you something. One day in jail is too long. This girl gonna get possibly 10 years, 11 years. If not, if the judge don't go off and say, hey, look, y'all killed that boy in a brutal way. Y'all stalked him. You use technology to stalk him down, hunt him down, and kill him. We want 30 years up out of you. She looking at that. Because he was killed with a gun. But again, she kept it solid. Listen, let me tell you, brother, something, and you sister, something that got that type of thinking. Y'all need to go get y'all minds reevaluated, because y'all got a mental defect going on up in there. Y'all need to go sit down and talk to somebody and have somebody do an examination on your way of thinking, on your brain. And the reason why I say that is because of this right here. Ain't no way in the hell that somebody going to jail is a good thing. Ain't no way in the hell somebody sitting in the court being judged by people that they don't even know is a good thing. The right thing that little girl was supposed to have did was told the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But the most positive and righteous thing that she could have done is to not dealt with no gangsters in the first place. Because if she wasn't dealing with that boy Gutter Zay, she wouldn't even been in the courtroom. You see what I'm saying? But this is how gangbangers manipulate our daughters. You see? They sex them crazy. Now she just infatuated by the sex. She infatuated by the drugs, the gun, and the risk and stuff like that. And it appears to be fun to our daughters. They think, hey, you know what? This is what everybody does. And not only that, this guy right here has a lot of clout. He's popular. So I want to be up under him so I can tell my friends, hey, look, I go with this gangbanger here and he's a killer. Yeah, he's going to protect me. You see? But nah. He gonna put you in jail. He gonna get you shot. He could potentially get you killed. Because we gotta understand something. Now, if she only let's just say if they gave her 5 years, right? Let's say if they did something like that. But according to what we just read, the minimum is 11 and a half years or 11 years, right? So let's just say they give her 11 years and she get out. We got to understand that she not only have a felony on the top of her head, which going to make her life hard. She got that felony on her forehead, but what's going to extra make her life hard is the simple fact of this. She participated in the murder of Julio Foolio. And there's a lot of gangsters out there that love Julio Foolio. And they are upset about what happened to Julio Foolio. And they will wait 10 years or whatever amount of time to get that get back. Why? Because one of their favorite slogans is, look, get back don't have no time frame. You see? It doesn't have a time frame. It can catch up with you at any time. And that right there was a prime example that showed us that is when Bezu just got killed. This man, 35 years old, and they ran up on that man and shot him down like, oh my God. So we got to understand something. She is not exempt from that because she has been convicted of participating in the murder of Julio Foolio. So ain't no question about, hey man, we don't know about. No, she's been convicted. A jury of 12 said, no, she guilty of this right here. She guilty of this man's murder. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, she got a lot of stuff to deal with. It's just not over after she get out of the penitentiary. Now, if they give her 30 years, then she might can come home after doing 30 and be cool. You see what I'm saying? But if they give her like 10 and all that old 11 and all that old type of stuff, yeah, it's a potential that people might still want to do something to her when she get out. Because one thing we got to understand is this. When women are playing that gangster role, when women are participating in getting people killed, yeah, they put themselves on the plate. They in the field with this thing now. They with the murder game. You see what I'm saying? They with getting people killed, so they fair game. Gangsters don't look at them like, man, that's a girl, man, she a woman. No, that's that girl that got my homeboy killed. That's how they look at her. No, she the one that's been setting people up. Now, the cold part about it is this right here. I wonder if this her first time doing it. Because the way that she was participating and riding with her, like, look, usually girls don't want to be around that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Girls are, hey, look, his location over here, but I'm getting away from that. I don't want to hear no gunshots. I don't want to hear nothing. He over here. I'm staying in the house. You see? But this girl right here was participating. She riding with him, stalking him, heard the gunshots, went to sleep, got up. I'm talking about stayed with the boy, didn't run away from him or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Usually people in their right mind and say, man, wait a minute, something wrong just happened here. This man right here just had somebody killed. No, I got to get away from this. Let me call, hey, look, hey, I ain't mean it, but my boyfriend called mama, called the police, called somebody. Hey, look, she ain't do none of that. If she wouldn't have got caught, she would have went to the grave with that murder. She would have went to the grave with that murder. She ain't tell nobody. She stayed with him. So that tells us a lot about her mentality. All that, I was scared of him, he beat on me and all that old type of stuff. Yeah, that probably has some type of truth to it. But at the same time, she knew she couldn't tell about the murder. She knew she couldn't call 911, or she knew when she was sitting in front of those police in that interrogation room, she could not tell the truth to them. Why? Because she would have been telling on herself. That's why she couldn't tell the truth. That's why she couldn't tell on Ghetto Zay. Because Ghetto Zay could have changed it around and said, hey, look, yeah, you know what? She right. We did do that. But, hey, she let me use her phone. She knew everything. She was a part of it. She did this. She did that. She couldn't tell. You see? And look, to the gangsters, she kept it solid. But that ain't nothing solid about that. Nothing. Nothing at all. Solid is being righteous. That's being solid. Solid is not participating in killing another person. That's solid. You see, solid is when your friend comes to you and say, hey, man, I want to go kill something. You say, whoa, hold on, bro. Nah, calm down, man. Wait a minute, bro. You don't need to go kill nobody, man. You don't need to go shoot nobody. Wait a minute. Calm down. You just mad right now, man. Just breathe a little bit. Just be at peace. Just calm down. Here, I'm finna roll some of this good old Mountain Lion Kush, man. Yeah, I just got it in today, man. Go on. Hit that a few times, man, and go on kick back. I got a shot for you, too, of some of that old Hennessy. Go on, have a few shots of that and calm down, man. Let's talk about it. You see, that's solid. That's being solid. But helping somebody kill somebody, ain't nothing solid about that. Nothing at all. Unless you want to go to the penitentiary. Unless you want to live with that murder. Because look, quiet is kept. When you do that type of stuff to people, hey, it plays on you. Plays on your mind. You don't just get to be like, oh yeah, forget that. No, look, you thinking like, man, I killed somebody. I done had somebody took off this earth. They family crying behind this. The kids is crying behind this. You see what I'm saying? So no, ain't nothing solid about that. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here to you young sisters out there. Listen, when you get into a relationship with somebody, understand something, right? You deserve a man that uplifts you and love you and respect you and is loyal to you. That's what you deserve. You need to understand that. You need to go into that relationship understanding that. Listen, check this out. This how you tell the brother, listen, you know you handsome, I like you, you understand what I'm saying? Look, these are my boundaries right here. You see, this is what I expect of you. If you can't respect that, we need to quit playing. I need to go ahead and find a brother that will demonstrate all those measures for me. Because if you're not with that, I need to go on. You see? And the same thing for you brothers. When you dealing with a sister, hey, look, here go my boundaries right here, baby. You know, this is what I need from you. You know, if you can't do this right here, then we need to quit playing. You see? But we talking about the sisters right now. But you deserve that type of love. All that somebody trying to tell you to do something that's going to get you sent to the penitentiary, that ain't love. Listen, let me tell you, sister, something. When a man loves something, even a young man, oh, we like this here. We protecting that. No. Yeah, when we love something, we don't want no harm to come to it, no disrespect to come to it, nothing. We put our life on the line for it. Yeah. Nobody can't look at you no type of way, talk to you no type of way, nothing. We want to see you grow and blossom. But when you got a man in your life and he got you taking penitentiary chances and he putting your life at risk, that man ain't in love with you. No. He just using you. That's all he doing. He just needs you for something. That's it. Because like I said before, when we love, come on now. You should be feeling that coming from your man. You shouldn't be feeling like you got to risk your life, risk your time to go to prison and stuff like that, time out of your life in prison to be with a man. Because listen, he ain't going to put you in that type of danger. He'll put himself, but his woman, he going to be like, no, baby, You see? Listen, no, baby, you can't ride in this car right here with me because them boys, they seen me in this car. I know this our only car and all that, but look, they done seen me in this car and they done tried to kill me a couple of times. They done shot at me 100 times in this car, baby. I don't want you to get in this car. Here, take a Uber until we get another car. You see what I'm saying? They don't even want to be seen with you in those inner cities where they know it can go up just like that. This is when you're dealing with people that are in the streets. But when they don't care about you, shit, come on, yeah, you can ride. Come on, get in. Hey, look in the rear view. Make sure ain't nobody following me and stuff like that because them boys been trying to kill me for the last few weeks now. You see, they don't care. You can die to them. They don't care about that. But when a man is in love, nah, baby, hell no, you can't die. I need you. I love you. Shit, I need you to rub on my head and rub my feet and shit like that and make that love lotion with me. You know, hell no. You can't get in the car. I can't put you at risk like that. You see? But when you got them boys that don't care about you, they gonna show you that they don't care about you. But it's up to you though. You got to be conscious enough to peep it. You got to be conscious enough to see it. You got to be conscious enough to feel it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you want me to hold your drugs? You want drugs to come to my house? You want to sell drugs out of my house? You want to put guns, illegal guns, in my house? Around our kids? Around my kids? That's not love. We don't do it like that. We protect what we love. Believe in yourself. Believe in your power. Believe in your future. No matter what somebody else want to do with their future or whatever they choose in life. Believe in yours. And if this man that you dealing with is not aligning himself with you on some positivity and some righteous stuff, then you in the wrong place. I don't care how exciting it is, whatever it might be, you in the wrong place. Because for the right woman, a man will change. Look, I'm sorry, guys. I got to put it out there. I know some of the brothers like, come on, hood, man. You giving out too much game. Now, damn, bro. Come on now. No, we got to keep it 100. For the right woman, a man will change his ways. Listen to me, women. I'm not lying to you. For the right woman, I'm talking about a man will change all the way up. This boy can be the most gangsterest boy in the whole hood. But when he find that right woman and she say, look, check this out. This how we got to start playing this. He'll say, hey, y'all, I got to holler at y'all. I'm cool. Hey, man, come on. Them niggas, they just ran up on us, man. We got to put it. I'm over here with baby. I'm over here with my girl, man. I'm cool, man. I ain't got time right now. We doing something. You see? Oh, man, you with that girl. You done got soft, man. You done it. It's okay. It's all right. I don't care about all that. I'm with her. You see? That's what you want. That's the power that you get. Look, I'm not lying to you women. That is the power that you get. But you gotta be that woman. And I'm not just talking about sexually, because men can get sex anywhere. You gotta be able to touch that man in ways that he ain't never been touched before. Right here. And if you can do that right there, man, y'all don't understand y'all power. Y'all don't. If you can do this right here, how you think, let me ask you women something. How you think some people been married for, I'm talking about for years, and I'm talking about, and the man been dedicated, loyal. You see, that woman done touched that man all the way up here. I'm talking about done did something to him. I'm talking about, and he gone. He willing to risk it all. I'm talking, for that woman there, man, please. So understand something, sisters. When you dealing with a man, you want peace and tranquility. That's what you want, right? The same way how men be saying, man, I just want my peace. Women, you want peace too. You don't want chaos and war in your home. You don't want somebody that's gonna die in a couple years, a couple months, in a couple of days. You don't want somebody that's gonna go to jail for the rest of their life, or a large portion of their life, because of the choices that they are making in life. Be conscious enough and see that, hey man, this boy right here, he handsome, I like him. But damn, he a gangbanger. I can't deal with that. Damn, I heard he done shot and killed somebody. I can't deal with that. Because in dealing with that, you putting yourself at risk. You putting your future at risk. Just like Alicia. Just like her. Looking at 15, 30 years, 11 years, whatever. It's too long for her to be doing. You see? Come on. You putting yourself at the same risk as that young lady. Look, it's not hard to find a positive man. I don't care if you live in Chicago on the south side, the west side. I don't care if you live in Detroit. I don't care if you live in Milwaukee, St. Louis, Memphis. I don't care where you live in the ghettos across America. You are a woman. And that alone has power. So you don't have to fish in the ghettos across America. There's positive, educated brothers all over the place. You just gotta go where they at. You understand what I'm saying? You just gotta go where they at. See, you've been fine-tuned to go to the bars in the hood because that's what everybody else is doing. But when you go in there and you walk out, you walking out with a gangster, drug dealer, scammer, cheater, all type of stuff. You see, when you walking into those environments, no, you gotta broaden your horizons. Man, let me step up out of this right here. Let me go let me find out and see where the educated brothers is going to. What bars do they go to? What type of events do they go to? I need to be there. Yeah, you need to be over there. Not stuck in the hood and come on now. Cause this right here happens too much. All the time. Young women like Alicia Andrews putting her life on the line. And the cold-blooded part about that is that it is not over. Even when she get out, unless they give her 30 years. But it's not over, because when she do get out, she still gonna have that F on her forehead, that big old felony. So if you don't want to go through what she been through, you don't want to go through what she's going through, change your mind and change where you seeking men. Because that old stuff in the hood, it ain't gonna get you nowhere but just like Alicia. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.